Earth, located in the far regions of the Milky Way, estimated 4.5 billion years old and home to nearly 12 billion intelligent beings called Homo sapiens or humans. They've existed here for over 200,000 years. Countless amazing feats and achievements have transpired in the name of human civilization. Art, music, architecture, science, religion, and unfortunately, war. Through all of their development and advances, always came differences and destruction for this young species. Global unification seemed almost impossible, whereas global annihilation seemed inevitable. Until the second half of the 22nd century, when two leading nations of the Earth's eastern hemisphere were at a century-long conflict. Eventually, one of their conflicting leaders developed the concept of contaminating the enemy's fresh water reserve, not realizing just how potent this weapon truly was. They eventually destroyed the Earth's entire eastern hemisphere's water supply, leaving the leading nation of the Western Hemisphere in power of Earth's most basic resource, water. Due to this war-based catastrophe, the Western Hemisphere, in agreement with the two fallen leaders of the Eastern Hemisphere, established Uni Terra, the first unified global government, controlled solely by the leader or frontrunner of the Western Hemisphere, resulting in the utopian society for all humans on Earth. Uni Terra distributed the Earth's remaining drinking water to the Eastern Hemisphere in exchange for global cooperation under the rule of Uni Terra. It was a success for nearly 5 decades, until the dawn of their 23rd century, when a new Uni Terra frontrunner is up for commencement. Earth may not be my homeworld. These humans may not be my species, but I have watched them for years, and I will stop at nothing to save them.
Surveillance Overseer Maverick. Report.
Seems to be a breach of the Uni Terra capital, Frontrunner Walton.
A breach caused by what, Surveillance Overseer?
Frontrunner Walton, I can't exactly say. We have not had an intrusion of the Eastern Hemisphere resistance in nearly 4 decades. It cannot be possible.
Am I blind, Maverick?
Frontrunner, of course not.
I didn't think so, Maverick. My global oration is in less than 12 hours from now. My commencement of front-running Uni Terra will not be blemished due to a group of greed-driven, radical terrorists that are responsible for their own destruction. My forerunners will not be in vain for the work they've established over 50 years ago. Uni Terra and the good it has done for Earth's fallen Eastern Hemisphere will also not be in vain. Now, Surveillance Overseer. That is your title, correct?
Yes, Frontrunner, it is. Thanks to you.
Exactly. Now do as your title entails and bring those terrorists back to the capital. Use deadly force if they do not comply. There's a direct order, Maverick. Uni Terra will not be compromised. At least not where I'm in power.
Yes, Frontrunner.
You and your surveillance scouts have 4 hours to apprehend these interlopers. Your pursuit will begin at 0600.
Yes, Frontrunner.
That will be all, Quinn.
So pure, so green, so perfect. It's more beautiful than the first voyagers could ever chronicled. The age of some of these trees, they surpass a century or more. Oxygen levels are at 15%, over twice as much as home. All so astounding. Pterodex, relay input.
Scaredy, a smaller medium-sized rodent. The family includes tree squirrels, ground squirrels, flying squirrels, chipmunks, woodchucks, and prairie dogs, exceedingly common in this region of the earth.
If only home resembled this planet. Containing this vast amount of organisms. The humans don't know what they've been given. They try very hard to coexist, but Pterodex, coordinates, relay input.
42 degrees north, 79 degrees west. Target is approximately 10,500 feet from your current position.
This is the precise location where the vessel had landed. Where the hell is it? Frontrunner Walton, come in.
Maverick, have you found the crash site and apprehended the interlopers?
Frontrunner Walton, with all due respect, there is no crash. No fragments or even a trace of one. The Earth is still intact. There is nothing here, Frontrunner Walton, except...
Except nothing, Quinn. You and your scouts have exactly 1 hour to retrieve these damn interlopers. That is a direct order, Maverick.
What the hell are you looking at? Something did breach the Capitol. We need to spread out and look for it.
Yes, Surveillance Overseer.
Let's move out.
Homo sapiens equipped with lethal weaponry enclosing upon insertion and extraction coordinates.
Obstructions.
You just assaulted and unarmed a surveillance scout of Uni Terra, punishable by termination. You have 10 seconds to turn around, drop to your knees, and interlock your hands above your head. Do you comply?
You're an interference with my mission and blind with ignorance.
8 seconds, assailant.
I've prepared for 6 months and traveled 4 light years. You will let me pass. I have no intention on eradicating any other human besides for my target.
5 seconds. Comply.
Although, I will incapacitate any hindrance.
Compliance time expired.
How primitive.
You will be incapacitated for 6 hours. Now, for your higher-ups.
Freeze! Assailant, comply, or under the authority of the Uni Terra capital, I will terminate you where you stand. You have infringed over 15 Uni Terra laws, 10 of which are punishable by termination. I have direct orders to bring you back to the capital for interrogation. You have 10 seconds to drop to your knees and interlock your hands above your head. Turn around, assailant.
I did not eradicate these humans. I merely incapacitated them.
5 seconds, assailant, until I execute deadly force.
There's no reason for you to obstruct my mission, human. Though, seeing as I'm not immune to lead-based projectiles, I will comply.
You greedy Eastern Hemisphere terrorists are not going to ravage Uni Terra again. Uni Terra distributes the remaining untainted water equally to your hemisphere. You will not gain anything more by intruding upon the capital. Now tell me, where the hell is your remaining unit, your vessel, and how the hell did you penetrate our airspace without being detected? Answer me, assailant!
You don't understand, you foolish human. If you eradicate me, 10 billion Homo sapiens will perish in weeks.
What the hell are you talking about?
Human, I'm a long way from home. I've been chosen for this mission by my patriarchs to prevent a global genocide due to the direct result of
Uni Terra's frontrunner's commencement to power.
Freeze, or I will put one through the back of your skull.
You are not understanding what I'm retorting, and you will not. I'm not from the Eastern Hemisphere. I'm not from this planet at all.
You're schizophrenic, is that it? The Eastern Hemisphere resistance send a mentally unstable terrorist to sully our frontrunner's commencement? Listen to me, assailant. Turn around, get on your knees, and interlock your fingers.
Enough of this! I will not comply, ever. You will have to eradicate me before this action can occur. I prepared for this mission for nearly 6 months, traveled 4 light years, almost an entire year. You're a severe hindrance to my mission, and you are leaving the lives of 10 billion Homo sapiens in your hands. You must believe me, human. Your forthcoming frontrunner, Godric Walton, he's what your species would call pure evil. He's a toxin to your newly founded utopian civilization. Your species has not always been in a system of global unification. I know this. My species knows this. And that is why I was sent down here, to preserve what you have fought so hard to achieve. Your forthcoming frontrunner, Godric Walton's inception into power, will be the downfall to your entire species.
What are you talking about, assailant? Another planet? Get down on your goddamn knees now! I am sick of this bullshit. You are coming back with me to the capital immediately.
Pterodex, relay input. Home.
Alpha Centauri or Ptolemy, the brightest star in the southern constellation of Centaurus. The Alpha Centauri system is located 4.3 light-years away from the Earth's sun, making it the closest star system to Earth. The system contains only one planet. The terrestrial planet is Centaurica, or Alpha Centauri b, which is the closest known exoplanet to Earth. Centaurica is an estimated 5.5 billion years old and has harbored life for nearly 4.2 billion years, home to approximately 20 million intelligent beings called Centaurian sapiens, who existed on the planet for over 500,000 years, discovered Earth 300 years ago, thus resulting in Centaurian sapiens' first contact with extraterrestrial Centauri life forms.
That's impossible. What the hell is that device on your wrist?
It's a pterodex. Every Centaurian sapient voyager is given one when they voyage to your world. It contains a vast amount of information.
This is all truly impossible. There's no such thing as extraterrestrial life. We've been searching the heavens for centuries. So many resources and so much time has been utilized on
War, not exploration. Your civilization has been spending their time and resources on war, while my civilization was spending our time and resources on space exploration.
How the hell did you find us?
My patriarchs, they received a transmission from a star system about 4 light-years away. We assumed it was a glitch, but we received more and more sounds from your world, about your civilization. My patriarchs then realized that we're not alone in this universe, that there's life in this cosmic ocean. This is the first radio signal we received from your planet. It was emitted over 300 years ago. Pterodex, initial encounter, relay input. Simply beautiful. Then, the first Centaurian sapient voyagers traveled to witness and experience everything we've been listening to for years.
This is outrageous. Impossible. Why are you here?
There's no reason to be alarmed, human. I'm only here to eradicate one Homo sapien, your forthcoming frontrunner, Godric Walton. He's a virus to your species, and he has devastating intentions to your world. Listen to me, human. My intent for the survival of your species is only beneficial. You must allow me to complete my mission.
You're going to assassinate frontrunner Walton? Why?
Lower your weapon, human. I will inform you about my presence to your planet, my assignment, and all necessary reasoning behind it.
You have 5 minutes, thing.
He spoke of withholding the Western Hemisphere's water supply to the Eastern Hemisphere. Do you not understand, human? There are 10 billion Homo sapiens at stake here, and they will all perish, one by one. Listen to the truth for what it is, human. Pterodex. Procedure 5, relay input.
The Western Hemisphere is slowly becoming parched. Supporting 10 billion additional humans with the Earth's most valuable resource and respected resource seems almost improbable. Yes, the frontrunners before me may have achieved global unification through a means of dispensing our greatest resource equally to Earth's fallen hemisphere, but that was over 50 years ago. Change is needed. Responsibility for one's deliberate misfortune must be taken into account. Your nation's leaders caused destruction of your most required resource. Your Eastern Hemisphere's population may not rely on Uni Terra for our annual distribution of fresh water anymore. And I like to call this new global order Procedure 5. You may think of it as a necessary riddance of the weak, so the strong may survive. Both of you, the two leaders of the
Eastern Hemisphere may each bring 1,000 of your chosen population with you. The escorting of yourselves, along with your followers, will take place 5 days after my formal commencement as the frontrunner of Uni Terra. Thank you for your time. I will see you in exactly 370 days. Happy preparations.
Now do you see, human? Godric Walton must be stopped. I must eradicate him.
I cannot believe this. Who all knows of this?
You, me, my patriarchs, and the 2 leaders of the Eastern Hemisphere.
Look, I believe you.
Sinatra. I'm Sinatra.
Okay, I believe you, Sinatra. But you will need my help. I have direct access to Godric Walton's personal bureau of the Capitol edifice. I have orders to meet with him in 30 minutes from now, before his commencement oration. I can terminate him myself without any disturbance.
No, I must eradicate him. You will be arbitrated as the Eastern Hemisphere terrorist and will be executed. I have no identity. I must do this on my own.
Listen, Sinatra. Godric's commencement oration is in less than 3 hours. We have until then before he is formally sworn in as the frontrunner of Uni Terra. After that, we will never have access to him.
Once my mission is complete, I will go to my extraction point and leave your world without being noticed.
You can trust me, Sinatra. I will help you terminate Godric at all costs. I must be going. He will be expecting me soon.
Wait! What do they call you?
Maverick. Quid Maverick. One more thing. Why are you called Sinatra?
After my most favorite singer of your world.
Who?
Francis Albert Sinatra. One of the most famous singers of the 20th century.
I do not recollect. I must get going, though. And Sinatra, thank you for everything. Bringing this to my attention, that is. I will be back. You have my word.
Ah, Maverick. I assume that you have apprehended the interlopers with ease.
Yes, Frontrunner Walton.
Outstanding, Surveillance Overseer. You know, when my decade of leadership is up, I would be honored to pass my position to you.
That's awfully benevolent, Frontrunner.
You see, Maverick, you're strong. A born leader. A superior figure amongst most, much like myself. We need individuals like you to survive.
How do you mean?
Well, you see, Maverick, ever since the dawn of our species, nature has sorted out the strong from the weak. And who's to say that it doesn't act in that very same manner?
Frontrunner Walton, your commencement oration is nearing. Preparation is a necessity. I should also be preparing. Surveillance for the area is heavily required. Thank you for your gracious offer. Best of luck today. Sinatra!
I'm here.
Everything is true. Godric is psychotic. We have to terminate him, Sinatra.
I have formulated a plan. It will work. We just need to get Godric alone, with no escorts by his side. Just him and I.
You leave the surveillance scouts to me. I will create a clear path between you and Godric. You will need this to blend in. So, what is the plan?
Well, first,
We should probably get your scouts, because they've been packed up for a pretty long time.
Inhabitants of Uni Terra. Exactly 50 years ago today, my great-grandfather Victor Walton, the first of 5 frontrunners, saw an opportunity to unify our fractured civilization. Fragmented by war, poverty, ecological destruction, and the unfair distribution of wealth and resources on a global scale. The direct results of the formation of Uni Terra. The first, planetary leadership, and subsequent, planetary utopia. Inhabitants of Uni Terra, I, Godric Walton, the direct descendant of Uni Terra's creator and very first frontrunner, promises planet Earth another decade of global unity, peace, and...
Your Eastern Hemisphere's population may not rely on Uni Terra for our annual distribution of fresh water. And I'd like to call this new global order Procedure 5.
No!
You may think
Turn off the damn amplifiers! No!
You may think of it as a necessary rinse of the weak, so the strong may survive. You may think of it as a necessary rinse of
Get me the hell out of here.
Yes,
the
brother.
strong may survive. You may think of it as a necessary rinse of the weak, so the strong may survive.
Hell is happening?
Your demise, Godric.
Who the hell are you?
Revealing my identification to you is not required within my assignment. Simply eradicating you from this planet to prevent any further damage to this beautiful species.
Maverick. Maverick, come in. Come in. Damn it.
You cannot alter your fate, Godric. I've prepared a long time, traveled far distance to eradicate you for the survival of this beautiful species and the utopia they've built.
They built? They built? My ancestors built Uni Terra, and they're the ones who destroyed it. We just picked up the pieces, damn it.
Your greed and power are primordial in nature and the reason so much damage has been done to this planet in the first place. Your ancestors didn't force humans to unify. Humans unified on their own, through intelligence and social evolution. You're not superior, strong. You're weak, primal, and soon to be eradicated by my hands.
Eradicate this.
It seems as though nothing can prevent you from your demise, Godric. You have done this to yourself. Eradication is the only option. You are not the only insidious human that my species has eradicated. You most certainly will not be the last.
Allow me to say, you piece of shit. Go to hell.
Sinatra, come on! Sinatra, keep moving. I'll hold them off.
The area's clear, Quinn. Come on. The extraction point is just ahead.
Call for your extraction. I'll hold them off until then. Nasa, hurry! I'm almost out of ammunition.
Teradix, signal immediate extraction to initial insertion coordinates. Relay input.
Wait!
Your life will not depart here. Do you hear me, Quinn Maverick?
You have to leave me, Sinatra.
Come on, Maverick, come on.
Do you see these statues?
We must vacate this area now.
This is the formation of Uni Terra. This is the first frontrunner presenting the idea of global unification and world peace to the fallen leaders of the Eastern Hemisphere over 50 years ago. Don't you see, Sinatra? We won! Your assignment, my death, this wonderful and civilization-defining statue, and Uni Terra was all for something.
I will not depart in vain. Now leave me, Sinatra. I will cover you.
Quinn Maverick, brave human of Earth. You have saved 10 billion of your own today. My people will know your name.
Travel safely, Voyager, and watch over us, will you?
You have my word, friend.
What truly constitutes a species as intelligent, or even a being at all? The ability to communicate with one another? To create and utilize technology? To morph the environment for their own needs and benefits? To believe in a higher power or establish civilization? All of which can constitute for an intelligent species. But what truly makes a species intellectual? I honestly believe that I have gained this knowledge while experiencing another intelligent species interact with each other. The humans of Earth are an ever-changing intelligent species, experimenting and learning constantly. As they've nearly caused their own demise on a multitude of occasions, these humans of Earth have still learned from their mistakes and overcame their ever-nearing destruction. It took them over 99% of their existence on Earth to finally establish global unification and ecological coexistence, but achieved this 200,000-year goal nonetheless. With slight intervention from my species, time and time again, we have guided these humans of Earth in a prosperous direction, just as my species had accomplished nearly 500,000 years ago on our own world. The Homo sapiens of planet Earth are our sister species. They are younger than we are, therefore, a means of responsibility for them is essential. They have no knowledge of our existence among the stars they have gazed upon for thousands of years, and they will not know of our existence until they fully understand their own existence. Until then, Earth will be watched over by my kind, making sure that humans reach a point in their history where someday our two worlds can merge. When that day comes, I will be the first to welcome them to our vast universe.